Hello, welcome back. Last time I got through a room that, compared to its surroundings, was a nice gentle break. Now I'm in some sort of looping room that I don't yet understand. Let's gain some understanding. Where I spawn is not quite aligned with that, but I could find the aligned spot if I needed to. I'm sure I don't need to, but I could do it. Watch me. That was too far left, I think. It's like 1 pixel left to here? Sure it is. That falls up! Okay. Clearly that's not how I'm starting. Looks like a bunny hop start. Bop that so it starts moving left. Obviously air hyper on that because that's what you do on those. Looks like a reverse air hyper maybe? Oh, that springboard trajectory is going to be mean. Okay, well, let's start with that stuff. Okay, no, that's all fine. And this... and that's not what I expected. None of that is what I expected. Perhaps instead of under I'm going over, like, while bouncing that thing now... so I need to touch some switches. Those have got to be interacted with. Let's try up first. So yeah, I mean, that'll come back. It's a... ooh. Maybe up before I even try to interact with that thing. I think most of that was correct. That's a wave dash that that's setting up for me. I don't have to do some silly fancy thing. Oh, well it is if I wall bounce better. Okay, so be sure to wall bounce good. That aligns me decently for this. Now what do you want? That thing's going down. Do you want this? Plausible? So bop that so it goes downward. Get down there, reverse air hyper, dash into the spring so that I go... here. Then what? Which way did that switch go? Down and to the right. So its next... what the... its next spot is here. Okay, can I just touch that spot to find out where it goes after that? Because I kind of really need to know. Not going in that direction I can't, but if I go the other way maybe? Ah. Ah, dang. Yep. Okay, so left relatively level to there. Okay. So that's its next spot. Where does yellow start? Here. Okay, what's your disposition, yellow? I can do you individually here. I've done it before, up and to the right. I don't know how to get back at that point, but okay, I think... I have some idea what I'm trying to do. It feels like this floor switch is purely an obstacle. Is there any reason I would ever hit it? Hard to imagine one. I can't get here and get back without... okay. Is there a second door? No, it's just that one, isn't it? As far as I can see. Oops, right, okay, so I need to... so something like that, I guess dash a little earlier to move faster. Just gotta pick this apart one step at a time, because the steps are very intertwined. Oh, that doesn't just naturally get me there. I need to veer left just a little bit. Or resist, at least. Again, dash earlier. Yeah. there a little bit of fast falling I could do somewhere to just get a tiny bit more... Ooh, I don't like doing it there, but I can, I guess? Oh, I hate it. Can I not have to? Because, yeah, that messes with my timing something fierce. Yep. That was a bad reverse air hyper. It's okay. I'll do a better one. Yep. So if I'm like right against that spring when I spring, then I don't have to make any directional inputs to get to the... Yeah, so as long as I touch the wall, I guess I must not have... As long as I touch the wall there, I think I'm safe to just fall. So I have yet to make that spring actually work for me, but again, I think I'm just being too... dashing too late. And yeah, there is a little bit of an opportunity for a fast fall in here, but I don't like it. It, like, super messes with me. Let's try and make it work at least once, though. I say, just not making a serious attempt at it. Oh, kinda, but no, I hate it. It's awful. Let's make it work without, then I won't have to do it. There we go. So from here, I guess the next step is... What? Well, it would be that if I was a little lower. Okay, well that seems about right, except I'm missing a few steps. No, hold up. Query. Can I return to where I started at that point? Hey! I could have, yes. Yeah, it could have done me some good, yeah. Like, I could then... do another bunny hop and do... Okay, so let's practice this thing that theoretically I would be doing. Oops. Woo! Okay, that's a situation. Not that complicated of one. No, that's fine. Let's practice it a couple of times. I need to be just at the right spot for this to work. I can make that happen. I can make that happen. Let's do a crouch dash so I'm a little smaller and then... I may need to interact with that block again, and that's why I would want to open the door. Okay, that block's gonna come in later, maybe like here-ish. Or here to get to the final thingy, because it was a mystery how I would get up there. I see. Okay, so as soon as I do that, time pressure starts for real. So if I'm... Okay, let's try this hypothetical route I'm thinking about here. Like, there's a split point, where I'm not sure which is the right thing to do. Yep. Man, that dash... I can look at it differently for aiming. Okay, that's the wrong way to look. Let's figure out how to look. Can't describe what I'm doing. It's something inside my head. Just basically like working out what... Well, I'm working out what position I want Madeline to be in when I make the dash input. That's simple enough to express. If I do a super instead of a hyper, do I have an easier time getting all the way back? Getting all the way back feels like it's not meant to work, but let's see if it feels like it's meant to work with a super, if I do one. I mean, I got there without having to climb on the wall. I was ready to, but I did get there without doing that. the thing that went down just disappeared off screen and actually came back. So I do wonder if I needed to interact with that first. Well, I mean, I have to go up here. I don't think I'm getting to this door from just a spring off that spring. It's too low. I've tried that before. So it does feel like I'm coming back here and starting a new journey. That, yeah. So right, there's spikes there. I need to be actually a little earlier than it might look like otherwise. That's a tight spot. I have to hit the crystal. And then, actually, what do I do after that? Interrupt down right with the... Whoa. So I really do just want to do that wall bounce as early as I can. There's no need to wait on that one. I almost did what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. So then I'd be here and I would do... Oh, I think I see what you want from me. You want a big boost. Let's see. It's gonna be something like... something like that. What will that do for me? Nowhere near enough. Wait, what? What would I do after that? Like the room state... Wait a second. Does this thing not fall... Does that crumble? What happens to that thing? Oh, it falls up. Oh. I'm going on a journey! Was that an earlier part of the level? What was that I was seeing? Was that a room that I was in? I'm gonna try that again and see if I recognize it. Where is that? Oh, I can't see as well from there. Alright, right side. Oops. Pretty funny that that can happen that way. Yep, yep. I tried to pause. Is that, like, the start of the level? I don't think there's any accessing it from where I am here. Okay, so get a good camera angle and pause. Yes, I do recognize this spot. That thing up and to the right of me was that little dunk that I had so much trouble doing. Okay, yep. Yep, so that's room 4.1, isn't it? Yep, sure is. Like the mid-late part of it. Okay. So, while yes, I get a little boost off of that... It's... That little boost is not enough to get anywhere here? Does that crystal regrow? Oh, well, okay, I have to eat it to find out. Okay, that's the most straightforward way to do this. There just aren't really any. How about, like, this? How about, like... this? The crystal does not regrow. I'm already using it on my way back, I think. Yeah, that's necessary. As far as I can tell, let's double check. Yeah. But now, alright, so, yeah! So those things are really weird because when I dash into the top of them, they teleport me down to the floor level at the bottom of the switch. It feels really strange to interact with, like it changes my aim as soon as I'm on the ground. I mean, I don't naturally go into that crystal there. But there's nowhere else I can go. Do I interact with this thing? I don't see how I could. Like, yeah, just this, there's a big old void here. I can't cross this place. It's not going to be viable to do it... this, yeah. Yep. This way. Yeah, even if I'd done that better, that's way too far to dash. Yes, so I don't understand what happens here. That's fully spiky, right? Let's get a closer look at that block. Oops. Oops. Well, that gave me some of a look at it. You know, I could probably... Which pixel is it? This one? This one? This one? That one? So one left of spawn. Yeah, that's fully spiky, everywhere except where the springboard is. That springboard's way too high for me to access from all the way down here. What's supposed to happen in this spot? There's nothing around to save me. This thing falls down, I use it once to hit the yellow initially before I start that moving. And then there's nothing left there. That little guy doesn't make it past here, and there's nothing I can do about that, right? How moony is this block? Not at all. Is there some kind of ultra I can do on that to get way more speed than I'm getting? I don't understand how to proceed. I mean, okay, let's put together the pieces that I do understand. But it just seems like no matter what I do, I will die right here. Like there's no way to touch that next springboard where the white outline is. Okay, well, let's try and do the script that I've written for myself. See if some kind of magic happens. So to put the whole, well, the parts of the script that I have together, it look like that. No magic has happened yet, right? Right. And that crystal is eaten. I'm pretty sure that's unavoidable. That thing came back. Oh, and that's a problem. That might be part of the race, though. Which again is a problem. Making me wonder if I start with yellow, somehow don't do white yet, and that's involved in getting me through here. Anyway, so I'm halfway through my script. So that goes up. I want to proceed to do... I wasn't fast enough because I hesitated a lot. Just kind of sat there and took a little break. But yeah, something is very much missing in this route. Man, okay, I just really have to veer left there. So that I don't have to worry about, did I jam my face all the way up against that block or not? Just assume you didn't, and adjust a little bit because that doesn't ruin the race with it later. Adjust more. It does make that part more variable, which will mess with my consistency, of course. Whoa. Let's try a thing just to see if it's possible not to eat that green crystal. I don't think I have the angle to get where I'm going without doing that. I may be wrong? Oops, that was a super. Ah. That switch has just a little bit of the ice wall problem. Because it protrudes up above where its hitbox is. Whoa, that was confusing. Shouldn't have been. That's the normal way to do that. No, I'm not doing what I'm trying to do. Like, the distance I have to cover with a dash there means that, means that I won't have a hyper dash by the time I get to it if I'm doing it from the springboard. And I don't even make it there. But if I'm not racing, like, I could have climbed up onto the switch. Thing is, though... Yeah, alright, this is possible. This feels so jank, but... Well, what good is it gonna do me to leave that crystal there? I don't know, because I don't understand how to proceed past that point, but... Check this out. If my goal is to air hyper to the right on that, or even air super to the right on it, to get back to the opening platform, then I can absolutely do that without eating the green crystal. It doesn't feel right, and it's fiddly, but I definitely, I have already proven that I have a route to that. But let me actually do it, show you what I mean. I'm always too low in that down right dash. So I guess what I need to do is look at... I don't know where to look. I never know where to look. What is my reference point for when to dash there? Okay, so that's a right dash when I'm at my highest point, I think. Right dash, highest point. Right dash, highest point. There we go. So then, I can do this and that, and I'm back, and that crystal is still alive. That's almost definitely wrong, and I don't think I can make use of that crystal. But, technically I've lost nothing. I'm on... oh, except for the fact that that respawned there, so I think I was in a race with it. I don't know, things just are not lining up here. Ah! So let's do this part again. Just for something to do, I guess. Right, okay. I'll try and win the race with that as far as I'm able to win it in this part of the script. You need to fall up, but I need to not stay with you. Oops, that's an upright dash. Whoops, that's... and a down left. Upright, down left, fall down there, get moving. What are you doing? That's a safe place to stand, by the way. Well, that'll respawn, but the crystals won't. Okay, so sure, I did that much, but again, just nothing's gonna happen after that reverse wave dash on that thing. I still have nothing that looks like a plausible theory for how to not die in this spot and actually get up and to the left. That seems impossible. Even if I would theoretically get on this thing, like cling onto where its springboard is and ride it, I would die in lots of places, including, most pertinently, this barrier here, unless I could, like, go all the way up over top of it? Over the top. Because, yeah, there are fewer spikes up there than I thought, but, I mean, well, will that spring get me high enough to do a dash? Maybe? Use this spring to get rid of that oh. Well, okay, but that still leaves the question, how do I get up here? Wait. Well, no. I was thinking, what if I stay up here, just don't even fall through this shaft at all? I don't think that's particularly possible. And I have to go down here to flip the switch anyway. Like, this has to be closed for me to get up there. And then I have to go down and open it. So I will be down here. When my feet are here, where do I go? Like, I briefly have an opportunity to boost a little bit left using this. I keep thinking there must be a bigger boost I can get somehow with that, but what could that be? Biggest way I know would just be a reverse wave dash. And that just kills me here. Like, I don't... If I could do an up left dash, I can die here or so. But I'm never getting there. There's no way. That's way too far away. Can I do... Oh, wait, hold on. What about a multi-boost? I don't think that's possible. I mean, multi-boost means jumping twice on a moving thing, right? Okay, let's just do some experiments here on this thing. What's the most speed I can get coming off of this thing? Just not that much? That was about the most I would expect. That got me actually a lot closer than I expected to be there. Could I be pink-haired while I'm doing that? I can't imagine how. Is there a spot where I could actually reach that springboard? Okay, I don't think I got the boost. I was too late, maybe? What's the closest I can get? About that close? No, it's just there's an impossible gap there. Again, none of my other actions interact with that spot except for this little springboard falling through. I mean, I have been thinking about the idea of a climb jump boost, corner boost, whatever it's called, on that. But there's a spring there that would want to spring me instead of me climbing on the thing. It also won't be in the right area at the right time. And also, even if I did that, well, I could climb on that, jump up and get that crystal and then have a dash. But all of that feels strictly wrong. Okay, so I guess for the last query of the day, let's see if it looks absolutely impossible to, after I drop this on my current route and do everything, sneak that platform past it. Like, is that amount of time passing at all plausible there? Or will it definitely always respawn before I can do that? So I'd need to speed here, go fast. Well, okay, theoretically I could just measure time intervals, but I don't have a great way to do that comparatively. So I think I'm better off just actually performing it. I think I will do this the way that eats the crystal because I don't see another use for that crystal. It seems to be just for getting back from here, and it does that pretty well. I guess what I would want to do is, okay, so I'll be standing here at some point, so I want to do that. I'll be standing here at some point. Double bunny hop. I mean, that's not a new move. We did that earlier in the level. Feels right, feels plausible. Oops. There we go, success. Okay, well, that's a record, technically. That's hard to do. There we go. Okay. 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 Alright, well, let's watch. I'm like 90% certain that came back before the thing would have reached it. And I went at the appropriate speed for everything else. I guess my best vantage point would be here. So just get to that switch and stop. Okay, for the test. Whoa, I'm not in that state where I can continue, of course. It's like everything looks a little funny. What? Yeah. Uh-huh. No. That's pretty fast. That is pretty fast. Oh, but I missed the crystal. That was my best chance so far. Oh. There we go. Okay, just a little faster with the inputs. Well, I should have stayed at the switch. I forgot what I was doing, but that was a record. Okay. Do I have any more control over myself now? Maybe some. Ah! Yes, yes I do. Yes I do. Okay, stay at the switch. Observe. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, it was actually closer than I thought. So, improving that in any way, if that is what I'm doing, I'm assuming I'm not hitting this a second time. Improving that in any way would mean a race starts when I first hit this. Foosh, foosh, foosh. Hit it again. Like, I mean, there's the first race from here to here. Then really, from here over to this spot. That would all have to be done faster somehow. Did I not do that as fast as I understand how to? Here's an idea that I can test now. Let's see if I do it well enough. Ah, that's the key. You don't go back to shore. You just super on the switch and chain straight into a wall bounce on that. Okay, that explains one thing. But it sure doesn't explain the magic that's supposed to happen here. I mean, alright, fine. Let's do it with the updated script again. It'll be easier at least. I don't have to do that thing that looks like it's not meant to work, because it turns out it's not meant to work. The getting back from the switch to the starting platform. So, okay, yeah. Gotta get used to that new motion. The up dash is later than I naturally would think. The supers are very slow. Yeah, theoretically I'm getting lots of practice at aiming open-air hypers without a guide for them. It's still just really hard to do every time, though. But yeah, I do appreciate the fewer steps in this version of my script. That's the wrong kind of... Right, I got so used to doing a crouch dash there. Has to not be. Lower. Lower than that. Lower. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, so now... Oh, I didn't hit the switch ever. Okay. Well, again, I mean, like... There's still no magic that's gonna happen here. Wait. No. Wait. Okay, suddenly I'm ready to experiment with this a little bit more. So that's wrong, but what if... Okay, I need to get a... I mean, let's do it this way. So, okay. If I... Whoa, that was a weird jump. If, what am I trying to say here? I think I see how to do it, actually. I can't describe it very well, so let's just try and actually do it. So I see what I'm aiming for. That. There we go, that's what I have to do. So the sequence of events is, hit the spring, from there reverse wave dash on the switch. From there, reverse wave dash on the moving block. From there, bunny hop where the switch was. And that gets me here. Let's do that again. That's a part I'm gonna have to practice a lot, I say, getting it perfectly on the next try. Okay, well now that I understand what I'm going for, that makes a lot more sense. It's a lot of stuff to aim at, but I mean, like, the room kind of has me practice this sort of thing earlier in it, even though some of my practice for this was on a discarded route that was not actually used, but okay, I understand what I'm aiming for now. Like, I mean, I already proved I can do it. I just feel like doing it again. I think I have to on my real route. No, it's, okay, so it's later on that dash. Late, and then something. Late, and then something. Okay. 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 Okay, well, I have all the ingredients for, let's say, the first half of this. There's a second half. Probably another 5/3, because it does look, again, like I'm actually at about the 2/3 point in theory. But yeah, okay. So first 2/3 done, second 5/3 next time. Because every room is 7/3 of itself. But alright, I understand more or less where things will be. I guess the idea is... So after that bunny hop, the dash I do afterward needs to hit this spring and activate it. When I'm hitting that spring, then I do a up left... No, an up dash interrupted real early into this crystal. Up left to get that one. Fall down with the remaining dash, dash into this spring to get the yellow. I guess just ride it out all the way down here. Use a dash, hit that thing, dash into it again. It's gonna have to fall up like everything else does, because otherwise I'm not getting back from that. But okay, that thing falls up, I ride it for a little while. I hit the yellow thing, and at that time, as I'm hitting it, so its height is one tile above where the rightmost yellow outline is. One tile above where the rightmost yellow outline is. Means that I'm hitting that metal spring like right down in that spike cradle and dashing up right into the left side of that block. Then that's the last ding-dong and the block moves and I get out of the room. Okay, I have a route. Alright, it came together eventually. That took a bit of work. 53 minutes? Eh. I mean, a little longer than my exploratory runs in this usually go, but I had a complete impossibility that I just felt the need to work out. Alright, so next time, making that script actually function.